Hi Ellen, my name's Carrie. I live in Auburn, Maine, and I am contacting you today because my breast friend, yes, you heard me, it's breast, that's spelled B-R-E-S-T. That was a clumsy thumbsy that stuck with us years ago. She's really struggling, and I just really want to do everything that I can to try to help her. Her name is Edie. We have nicknames for each other. I call her Eddie and she calls me Carl, and together we're Carletti. She is having a really hard time financially, and with Christmas and winter right around the corner, I really want to see what I can do to get help to her. A little bit of background information on Edie. She was diagnosed at around 24 with MS after suffering for a few years with some symptoms. And I don't know if you know much about the diagnosis process, but it is very, very difficult to be diagnosed with MS at, 30, 40 years old, let alone 24. So her symptoms were pretty severe and pretty obvious that it was MS. So she was diagnosed at 24, and despite that, despite everything that she's been through, she does everything she can for everybody around her, whether she knows them, whether they're family or strangers. Even a stranger in a grocery store, if they're struggling, she'll do everything she can to help them. So because of her MS, she's been on disability for several years, and this year finds herself, and every year has found herself struggling a little bit more. But she was here, she's been here with me almost every day for the last 2 weeks. I'm trying to start my own business. It's called Mama's Mittens, and I'm sure you can tell by the name, we make mittens. We don't make elephant socks. So she's been here really helping me try to get my business off the ground. And despite her fatigue, despite the pain that she's in every moment of every day, she has been here for hours on end. She won't accept anything in return. She won't even accept a free pair of mittens. She won't let me buy her lunch. She'll bring her own lunch here for the day to make for herself. She doesn't ask for help, ever. If she needs a babysitter, if she wants to do something with her husband, she just doesn't do it because she doesn't want to ask anybody for help. But she's been here every day. I haven't even had to ask her, and I'll be there as soon as I get up. I'll be there as soon as I put the boys on the bus. She's here every day, helping me start my business when she's struggling financially. I'm very concerned about Christmas and winter. Like I said, we live in Maine, and you just heard my phone go off. I apologize. Probably her telling me she's on her way over. Um, we live in Maine, as I said, and it gets very chilly. We were talking the other day, and she was just talking about how concerned she is about filling her oil tank. She's putting makeshift weather stripping around her doors, um, blankets on the windows just to keep the cold out and try to keep her expenses down because, like I said, they're really struggling. She's selling, personal items on eBay to squirrel away $10 here, $20 there for Christmas gifts for her kids. Two amazing boys that she loves with every fiber of her being. She does everything she possibly can for them. And at this point, she won't ask for help, but I really feel like I need to ask for help on her behalf. So she was here the other day helping me cut mittens and talking about, her concern, and I thought, what can I do? I thought, well, maybe I can start, we're having a hard time too, not like them, so I thought, well, maybe I can put, a few toys in a box. Maybe I can find some inexpensive toys, put them in a box, and leave them on her door as kind of a secret Santa thing. Knowing that if she knew that it were me, she would never allow me to do that. And then I thought, Ellen helps people all the time. I listen to you every day because my TV's in the other room. I listen to you, and then I rewatch you on DVR every single day, and it brings tears to my eyes every time, I see you helping families who need it. And this woman is amazing. I met her several years ago, and she was too happy. I couldn't, at that time I was very serious, I was very rigid, I was very structured because that's how I needed to be to survive in my childhood, and it just kind of came up with me, and I didn't let that go. And when I met her, I thought, oh my gosh, I don't know that I can have the energy to keep up with this girl. I don't know if I have the energy to laugh and smile all the time like she does, and just be silly. And then she asked me to be the maid of honor in her wedding after we only knew each other for a short period. But she saw something in the two of us that I didn't see at the time, and we have an amazing connection. She has changed my life. I laugh every day. I smile every day because she taught me how to do that. And she taught me that life isn't serious, doesn't need to be serious 24/7, and that even though I struggle with my own disabilities and illness, we can laugh at ourselves. We can talk about how silly we are and how stupid we are when we have, memory loss and we forget these things. And I would be depressed about it before, and now I can laugh about it, and I can laugh at myself, and I can laugh at her, and I can allow her to laugh at me. And if anybody in the world deserves help, it's Eddie. Because she would do that for anybody. She would do that for a perfect stranger. People at school, families at school who may have had a fire or struggling for Christmas or birthdays, or maybe their kids need clothes. She'll go through her basement and because she's a hoarder, and all of that stuff comes in handy for these families. Or she'll go to the dollar store and spend money that she could be spending on herself or her family, and buy for other families who she feels may be in need more than she is. And that deserves to be rewarded. And I know that you look for families and people who are strong and positive and laugh despite the difficulties. And that exemplifies Edie to a T. She is just everything that I hope to be when I grow up, even though she's younger than me. And I model my life after you and her. And I really, really, really hope that you can help me out this Christmas, because she really deserves it. We just have this connection and this love for each other that I don't know that I know I've never experienced it before, and I just don't know that I've ever seen it before between two best friends. I was going to show you a picture. Hold on. This is my breastie. This is the picture that she made for me from her wedding. And I just love her. She is my family. She put this in the frame because we are family. She's my sister from another mister, and she needs help, and I'm asking for you to help me, please. Love you. Mwah. Have a good day. I'm going to dance now.